What's going on, everybody? Happy New Year. Happy 2024. I said this is the way I'm going to bring this new year in. Number one, I could stop screaming so loud. Just let me know if you can hear me, because what we're doing today is something I've never done before. And I said, you know what? I'm doing it no matter what. And I'm doing it for a reason. I want to say hello, Miss Native Cherokee. I see you in the house today. And what I really need, this is part of why we're here, is the whole blooper mix, because I want to show everything. 2 ticks. Okay. This is all part of it. Hey, everybody in here. Hey, Unbiased. Hey, Miss Native Cherokee. Hey, Crafty Leo. Let's see. Oh, man, I was right on it. This helps me see exactly what's going on, when it's going on, how it's going on. All right, because I wanted to show y'all something I've never done before. Now I was trying to figure out if anybody had did it yet. Here we go. Can y'all hear me okay? Crafty Leo in the house. What's going on, Broke Farmer? Happy New Year's to everybody. And as y'all see, I'm rocking my specialized hat made by the one and only Unbiased LLC. I figured this would be a good way to bring in the new year. You see she got it signed, sealed, delivered right there with her name embroidered in the hat. I said, this how I'm going to bring the new year in, with mad support. So before we get started, I want to say hello to everybody. And again, Happy New Year. I know people going to get sick of me saying that, but it is what it is. Latoya Martin, Crafty Leo, Charlene, Unbiased LLC. She is Sunshine. Michael Linden, Broke Farmer, Indiana Jackson. Who else we got? Okay. Well, we going the off-grid trucker. How we doing? See, this is why this makes it so much easier. Cheeks is shining with all that lotion on it. Soul glow. Okay. This is what I'm going to do today. I'm playing with something. Today, I'm going to do a product review. But before you say, oh, man, I don't need no electronics. I don't need no this product, that product. That's not necessarily what we're here for. We're here today because I want you to participate and be a part of a product review. So I'm going to be asking people to come up with certain questions. And when you ask that question, I ask of you now, is it permissible for me to put your answer in my video? You would have to answer yes before we even start. Like, before I start asking you questions to ask me questions, you got to say, yeah, it's okay for you to use that piece of footage. Okay. Now, after saying that, you can ask me whatever you want to ask me about this EcoFlow refrigerator that I told you it's going to be some bloopers. Product review. Because that's how this works. And I wanted to make sure everybody knew what I do behind the scenes. So what I'm going to be showing y'all literally are going to be watching me record a product review and watch how many times I mess up, how many times I forget something. The reason I'm doing this is because a lot of you guys turn down product reviews when a company contacts you. A lot of you guys don't want to be on camera and looking robotic, but there's reasons to this, okay? And I wanted to get that out there. First thing of the year. This is my first video on this channel of the year, and I'm not counting New Year's Eve, okay? So what we're going to do together is I'm going to show you what I go through, which is never wonderful. And right now my heart is thumping because I know I'm a mess up, but it is what it is. It's having to remember everything about certain products. And we're going to talk about other things like staging a product. It's no different than staging a house. If you sell in a house, you want certain things in the house, like certain decorations, but you don't want your old bummy couch in the house when you're showing it, right? Okay, so that's kind of where we're at. So let me see. Y'all see me rocking Ohio State because this is where I was born and raised, in Ohio. Plus, it matches the hat. And just throw it on there. I had to bust the red Crocs in there too. This is part of the staging. All of my videos ain't me staging myself, but this one I said I will, because sometimes it is about what you're wearing, what you look like. What do it look like you're in the wilderness? Do you look rough and scrungy enough? Do you look like you've been out there dirty enough? All of that. Do it look like you know what you're talking about? All of that stuff count. So, all right. First things first, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you guys. Everybody keep thinking they need $1 billion worth of studio equipment. How many people think you need a bunch of studio equipment? Let me stop talking so loud. How many people think it takes a bunch of money in studio equipment to do what I'm doing right now? The videos that we put out here on YouTube. Raise your hands, because I'm going to bust your bubble on that one. Hey, let me see. Hey, Happy Mac, how you doing? Hey, one virtuous woman. Hey, Miss Shirley OG, how you doing, my sister? How you doing? That's right, Unbiased. No, it does not take a lot of money. I'm gonna tell you one thing that I'm using right now. I have one GoPro. The what I'm recording on is a GoPro. Here's my backup GoPro, and I have another one in my studio. Now, ask me how much I spent on all of these GoPro action cameras versus how many times I have used them in the last 3 years. I never use them. I never use them so much. I don't even think, and I got every accessory you could think to go with them. Underwater, like I'm gonna be scuba diving or something. Don't use them. I brought these out to actually prove a point. I could be doing this. Oh, and let's not forget the backup batteries, because they run through batteries like crazy. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't like GoPro. I don't like GoPro at all, frankly. I just really don't. I think they have one of the most overrated action cameras on the market. That name is all they got going for them. The footage is great when these things are working. Before this video came on, what's up, Black Guns and Garden? Before this video came on, the GoPro overheated or something and shut down, and I had to reboot it. That's why I was 3 minutes late. I was rebooting this GoPro. They are horrible. They are horrible. So I'm going to show you what is my go-to for everything. When you need a GoPro, when you're recording something, usually you're recording something out in the world, when you're out in the world doing stuff, right? You don't got no GoPro with you unless you're carrying your bag and your intentions are to record video footage. Hey, Educated Natural. Hey, Crafty Moms Creations, if that's your goal, then of course you're going to have all your studio equipment on your back like everybody does here, right? You're going to have this old boy right here. And again, here's another blooper for you. This is stuff I usually do before the video. This is one of the reasons I keep telling y'all, don't throw away your old phones. Just go ahead and pay them that little bit of extra money. You got two reasons why I don't get rid of your old phone. One, man, your whole life is in this phone, and they say we just erase that and just start you over. Really? I just don't trust it. I'd rather go ahead and pay the full price for the new phone. Plus, you also have a extra awesome camera. So here's my old iPhone. Well, my older, the one I got is old, but my older iPhone, which I use for my backup camera if I need two different angles pointing at me. The GoPro is something I know I'm not going to have. I know I'm going to have both of these phones on me at all times. So let me put this over here. Now, this is DJI. This is so tiny, you can put this in your pocket and run with that. It's funny, I'm recording a DJI on a on a GoPro. I know they hate that. But this thing is awesome. It can fit in the palm of your hand and in your pocket, and it won't be nothing the wiser. Here's the extension battery plus mount. This is what I go to before I even think about getting a GoPro to do anything for me. Okay. So now I'm going to take some questions, and then we're going to get into this whole product review, because this is what I'm going to do. I am literally going to record and edit it right here, right now, and show you all I'm talking about now, how it's going to turn out. All I use is this old busted up tripod. I just love it. It's busted. I busted it a while back, but it folds up. It cost me like $15 on Amazon. I don't even think it was $15. I think it was $2 for $15. And this is all I use. You don't need no doggone movie production quality tripod. I got a little one here with my light on it. This is actually my super favorite one. This folds up and fits in your pocket. This whole thing goes down this far. I'll do a little for you. I just don't want my light to fall off. And this can fit in your pocket. This folds down. So this is actually the one I keep in all my backpacks, book bags, whatever, just in case. Right, I got a magnet mount on it where it just got the light sticking to it, because these GoPros, that's another thing. You pay all that money for a GoPro camera. It has no lighting. The battery dies quick. They overheat. It's just, if you're not skiing or surfboarding underwater and hunting for sharks, get rid of that thing. All right. So we need the link to the last camera. I will put all links in the video after. I sure will. Thank you, Unbiased. I sure will. I'll make sure all links to everything we're using right here. And matter of fact, the light is just an EcoFlow button light. The lighting I'm using, I don't got no circle light. This is all I'm using. Remember, you can get a discount on this if you use my code. Anything EcoFlow right now, you can get a discount if you use my code in the description box. So I'm using these because these work better than ring lights to me. They got magnets on the back where they stick to stuff, stick to metal, and they got hooks that you can hang stuff, hang them from a branch or hang them from anything. So right now, I literally have the back of this one magnetized and hooked to the back of this paddle. That's it. But it does the job. Okay. So let's get on with it. And yeah. All right, y'all. Any questions? Any questions before we get into this? Because I'm doing this straight out the box live. It's going to suck. Okay. Excellent question. Excellent question. What editing software do I use? I don't. I literally use, I'm going to show you right here because I got the video pulled up on my iPhone. I use something as simple as iMovie. That's it. So the reason I do that, because I don't always have a laptop in front of me. I don't always have an iPad in front of me, but my phone is everywhere my wallet is. So I always got my phone, and all I got to do is hurry up. While my wife might be driving, I'm editing. While I'm waiting in line for the doctor, I'm editing. All of that, you could be editing and getting it out your way. Once the movie is done, if you want to add all that extra stuff, then you take it home and you finish the product. I've never seen no reason for that. But that's an excellent question. How you doing, Big Boy? How you doing? Any other questions so far? If anybody is interested in the trucker hats made by the one and only Unbiased LLC, please go over to Unbiased LLC's channel. Is that upside down? Sure is. I'm sorry, Unbiased. Please go check out Unbiased LLC and she can get you together. That's Unbiased LLC. Let me see what that is. Oh, she got it made in the USA. Okay. Please go over to Unbiased LLC channel and she can tell you everything that she can hook up for you if she can hook it up for you. All right. All right. How you doing, Cloud Walker? Let's see. Thank you, Victor. Thank you. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. Michelle says, I love the hat. Okay. Okay. Any other questions before we get started? Because I got one other thing I like to do when I'm doing a product review. Okay, so since there's no questions, I can tell you this. Here's something. Don't let folks fool you. I know people are knowledgeable on certain things, and that's true. But even the most skilled, worthy people forget, and they don't want to re-edit because editing sucks. It does. I actually quite enjoy it. What's your question? What's the question, Crafty Mom? Oh yeah, we talking about this right this minute. Will you put the product in the description? I'm driving. Yes, I'm going to put all products in the description box below after the video, okay? Because right now I'm recording. Okay. So like I was saying before, okay, here's a question. Unbiased LLC says, how long does it take you to film a product review video? Do you do any segments or all at once? Both. That's an excellent question. I have, let me stop talking so loud. I have product review segments of recordings that I got over a year ago that I started the video or started taking footage of something, using it in real life. Because one thing about me and my products, the reason it takes me so long to get a product review out is because I put them through real life situations. I don't get a product and put it out as soon as I'll rip it out of the box off the porch. That's a lie because I don't know how it works. I don't know anything about it. So if you don't know anything about the product, then you're fooling yourself. Do your research and research the product. Once you get it, not just because you researched it online, once you get it, research it, use it, see how, if it's clothing, see how it feels, see how it moves, see if it can stand up to the washing machine. If it's electronics, is it making any weird noises? Is it smelling weird when you plug it in? Does all the accessories work? It takes me a long time to do a product review because I like to actually use the doggone thing. I like to use it and then say, you know, this is all right. And there's a lot of products that I literally contact the company back and say, this ain't it. This ain't it. I won't show it. Simple. And I know they be in a rush for me to put out a product review, but I will not do it. I'm not that guy. I'm not that guy. I'll give you your product and your money back, whatever it is. But I'm not going to keep on showing people stuff that's trash. I'm not going to do it. So I record some here and there. Sometimes I'm so excited about a product, I will record it all right then and there, the whole thing. So it just depends. Sometimes I can get a product that does like an electric bike review. This really is not the time with the weather and raining and snow and ice. And then if that company keeps saying, where's the product review for the bike? They may be somewhere else on the planet and I'm here in a tornado or a thunderstorm and they think I'm just supposed to go through this week of rain and storm riding their bike. I'm not going to do it. So it all depends. That's an excellent question, Unbiased. Thank you for that one. Let me see if I know I missed a couple more. Let me see. Okay. I'm not going to touch on that man-made, not at this very minute. That's a whole nother question. Okay. Are these rules to product review? No, they are not. No, not at all. As a matter of fact, say like having to contact them even when you use your own money just to get started. I don't understand. Like having if you've paid for your own product and you're reviewing it, there are no rules that you have to abide by. As a matter of fact, I would suggest to you, if you do a product review, no pun intended, unbiased, be truthful, whether they gave it to you or not. If a company gives me something and I don't like it, I don't care how much I love them, I won't do it. I won't do it. I really like EcoFlow. They are leading the way. I really like Bouge RV. I really like Blue Eddy. It's certain things Blue Eddy put out that I didn't care for. And that's why everybody hasn't seen them on my channel. Because I was like, I don't know about that one. You know? So that kind of threw me off. But if you're using your own money, do as you will. Be just as truthful if a company gives you the product as if you spent your own money. Be truthful. If you can't, if they want you to lie, that's not the company that you want to be dealing with in the first place. I've seen some of those. They don't want you to put out the truth, and that's I'm not into that. Okay. Okay, let's get right into this because the questions are about other things and we're talking about making a product review video. Okay. So right here, I'm going to show you what a lot of content creators do. I know I do. I can't say everybody. I'm not going to put that on everybody because everybody probably watching me like, no, we don't. That's just your sorry butt. Okay. I like to have things written down after I do the research and read all the manuals, read all of the manuals, read the book, outline and draw everything that you either have a question about or something you want to highlight that is worth mentioning. Read the book. And I write all of those things down either on a piece of paper or a board, just so I know I got this stuff. And every time I figure something else out, I write it on the board. Like, for instance, today, I said, you know what? Everybody is going to ask me everybody is going to ask me, how much does it weigh, Led? I don't care if I'm talking about a bike, a generator, a GoPro camera, whatever it is, a pinky ring. I don't know. Everybody be wanting to know how much does it weigh. And I thought of that today. I said, that weighs 51 pounds. So the EcoFlow Glacier refrigerator weighs 51 pounds, empty. And it holds 38 liters. These are last minute things I wrote down just so I know. And I have this little thing that holds my stand up. So while I'm talking, looking in the camera, this is behind the camera, and I can read it if I forget. So just so y'all know. All right. So what I'm going to ask of you guys now, if you have any questions about the EcoFlow Glacier refrigerator freezer, I'm going to put my link in, and you could ask a short question. First, I'm going to ask you for your permission to use your clip. If I can't, then I can't use it. Okay. But if you have a question, I'll bring you up. You could ask the question because you are going to be in this video. All right. The actual edited product review video of the EcoFlow Glacier. Okay. So, okay, here we go. Oh, got you. Talking to bro. All right. Okay, here we go. So let's get into it. I'm going to put my link in here. And if you have a question, you can come on up and ask it, because I'm going to take the review, the clip off of this video, and I'm going to paste it and edit it onto the finished product. Hey, Farmer Marshall, how you doing? Okay, let me stop kicking my camera. That's an edit right there. Okay, so I just put my link in the chat. If you want to, let me click on it. If you want to come on up, you can click on the link and come up and ask your question. Please make it short, because I really want to work on this video and finish it. Try to finish it today. Let me see. So right now, I'm in iMovie right here. Okay. Broke Farmer had a question. Let me see. Broke always got a question. Let me see. Okay, here we go. How do you feel about doing a product review and not being an affiliate? Okay, that's wonderful. Do you want the product? Do you really like the product to the point where I can answer that in a couple different ways. If you're not an actual affiliate, and getting paid for the product, in a way you do get paid for the product because they're giving you the product. And sometimes the product may be $3,000 or $4,000 and up. If that product is worth they could give you $5,000 check, or they can give you a $5,000 product. Most of the time it ain't both. You dig what I'm saying? So it depends on if I'm an affiliate or not. It depends on the product. It depends on the company and all of that. Okay. And it also depends on what you're trying to accomplish as well. Let me see. So I'm going to say not necessarily you don't have to be an affiliate. If a company reaches out to you and they don't actually offer an affiliate proposition to you, I would use my discretion and just be like, what is it worth to you? This is what I say. People get sick of product reviews, especially nowadays on YouTube. But you got to ask yourself, are you doing this for everybody else, or are you doing this to help network what you're trying to build? Because when you do a product review, and y'all can see that on any one of my videos, if you do a product review, nobody wants to see it. I don't care what you're reviewing, right? It doesn't matter what you're reviewing. People don't want to watch product reviews, especially when they see the paid advertisement in the corner. They don't want to see that. But at the same time, you're trying to build your networks, and you're trying to build a trust with these companies, because I may do a video for this company, but I got 5 other companies watching me that deals with the same subject matter, and they may like the way I did this, so they come to you. One of those companies may offer you an affiliate link and product codes and everything else. You can't go fishing without no bait, is what is my point. So you got to start somewhere. You understand? For instance, I got one for you, bro. The High Sea boots. I did not want to do a video about boots. Well, I'm not a fashion person. You know, that's Miss T with the fashion. I'm not a fashion person, you know. So the clothing that I'm always offered, I'm not a model. So, but once it started raining out on Freedom Acres and I stepped in a puddle and my old boots had a hole in them, I was like, you know what? I think I could do a boot video. I could use some new boots. A pair of new boots is going to cost me $100. They want to offer me a pair of boots and a couple of dollars. It's a no-brainer. So next thing you know, another company sees you do that, and they're like, oh, we didn't know you do that kind of thing. So they offer you that same thing, okay? So I say it's about networking, because most people just don't really want these products. It's hard for me to touch on that one. The support is not there, because if a person feels that they don't have the money for the product, they totally blow the video off. And they throw away the reason for the product. Like the way things are out here, refrigeration. Our lights went out the other day and I was able to use this. So run it off solar power generator. So people kind of, you know, let me get back in here. All right, let's get on with it. So what I'm going to do is the first part. I'm going to try to show you. No, I'm not going to do that. Here's the box. I don't like doing unboxings, but I keep the box I may need to stage something, like have it on my porch and show that it was delivered, you know? So I keep the box for that reason. No problem, bro. No problem, brother. And right now it's just propping up one of my EcoFlow generators. Okay, I got another question here. Let me see. Is there a certain amount of followers you need before companies start contacting you? I'm going to say no. There's a certain amount of, I'm going to say no, because I personally know some content creators that don't have that many. I ain't going to say that many followers. They just don't need 100,000 followers or subscribers. Okay. That's because they're always active on their channels. The content they put out, the live streams they put out, how many viewers are they having during a live stream? How many comments are being left? How many thumbs up? They watch that stuff. You don't need 100,000 or 50,000 subscribers to start making that move. You just have to be active and consistent on your channel. Because I know several people that review products all the time, and I think one guy today, true story, and I might still have him on here. He has 5,000 subscribers, and he was sent an electric bike. Okay, one of the top name brands. I won't name them at this very moment, but one of the top name brand electric bikes. They sent him a bike to review. It's about being consistent. It's about putting in your work. What's going on, Rucker Homestead? How you doing? So absolutely not. I'm gonna say no to that. And there's a off-grid family that I watch all the time. They don't have nowhere. I think they literally just got over 1,000 subscribers this past summer, and they've been doing product reviews. And the way you can really tell, they have codes and everything for the company, and I know that it's real. So yeah. Okay. Let me see. Hold on. Give me 2 ticks. Just get that out of there. All right. I'm going to say this, that company, if you mention that company in my live stream, I straight send you to the cornfield. And everybody knows it. And it probably ain't even a real person that does that. I've been saying it for years. Hey, MTGV Crime Podcast. How you doing, my sister? It's good to see you in here. Say, I'm a small channel and have had offers. See? There you go. I mean, you have to be consistent on your videos, and you got to be consistent with your channel. And once they see you're taking it seriously, they will approach you. And here's another thing. This is for my friend that asked the original question. If you have a lot of like cursing, foul language, music, external music, like say you playing music in the background all the time, or TV snippets. Every time I do one with TV snippets, it slows me down like crazy. You have no idea. If you have people on your channel in a live stream that's cutting up, they may be either on the panel with you in the live stream cutting up, or they may be in the comment section like trolls cutting up. Those companies don't want you representing them, and I'm gonna tell you why. Okay. If you're putting out a product review and say you're trying to represent GoPro, okay? GoPro has a very famous name, or they have a name, period. Doesn't matter how famous they are or not. They don't want their name affiliated with a bunch of nonsense. So they'll watch your channel, and if they see there is no boundaries, there is no rules or regulations on your channel, they won't fit. They won't fit what the market that we're trying to reach. And they move on and move forward to somebody else. That's what I keep telling y'all. You never know who's watching. You know, that's why I do things the way I do them. If I know I'm not going to be talking about nothing crazy, I can kind of cut up a little bit. But for the most part, your channel is your home. That's your business. And you know, in most businesses, there's rules: no shirt, no shoes, no service. That, even though that's kind of out the window, some companies still look at that. Okay. Miss Shirley OG says, I'm a small channel too, and I get emails as well for products. Okay. Okay. Let me see. Ivory says, hello from the UK, all. It's true. I used to work for influencers often. Micro influencers have better reach and engagement. So people with under 10,000 followers can get a decent review. That's very true. That's very true. And I'm going to tell you why you're right, Ivory, because if you have a lot of subscribers and your content base is gardening, and you talk about gardening and everything you talk about is gardening, that is your intent. For the most part, if you start talking about solar generators, you got a solar generator review, nobody's going to watch it. It's just the way it is, because it turns people off and it throws off the algorithm or whatever you want to call it, and it doesn't move. When I do a product review, nobody watches it, and I get it. You know, that's just how it works. But for the most part, I'm not always I'm trying to help the people. I'm showing people things that they may be able to use. I'm not a salesman. I don't sell anything. I review it, and if I like it, put it like this: if I like it, I review it. If I review it, I upload it. Just to give you, if you need it, you can use my code, get your extra 10 or 15% off, save you some money if you were intended to get it in the first place. Everybody think content creators, we're salesmen, and that's could be further from that. Is not the truth at all. We're not salesmen at all. We were offered an opportunity, we were given an opportunity to represent a company, to show our community something they may be able to use. We're not salesmen, though. If I was a salesman, you would know it. I used to sell vacuum cleaners back in the day. If I was selling you something, you would know it. Okay. Let me see. Thank you for that, Ivory. I really appreciate your input. So for the most part, any questions? Any more questions? Let me see if I can see any up here, because these are excellent questions. Okay, I got all of those. Okay, so with that being said, okay, what's going on, Omar? How you doing? Let me see. Says Black says, compared to all the solar generators you have compared to all the solar generators you've used, how does the EcoFlow Ultra rank in comparison? Right now I'm still testing. It's no comparison. Hey, cancel. Technology. I'm still doing a lot of testing on it, and I don't want to say anything, because I'm going to say this. It's in a league of its own. It's in a league of its own. I can't compare it to any other thing that I own. There are things on the market that I have turned down that does the exact same thing this does. All right, I'm gonna give a sneak peek preview. It's off the chain. All right, I'm gonna just show you real quick. It's off the chain. That's all I can say about it right now. But I'm still testing it, and that's the next video I'm about to release, is the new EcoFlow Delta Pro Ultra. So I'm not gonna, it's apples and oranges right now. You just can't compare it to too many things. The only thing that I've been doing research on that you can compare it to is that the Tesla firewall, and it got Tesla whipped. I'm gonna just put it there. And I know I'm gonna get a whole bunch of kicks in the nuts about that because people just they love their Tesla. They don't know Tesla can do no wrong. No, that's not true. I definitely bought an ice maker after watching one of your videos. Never even thought about a standalone ice maker before the video. That's not true, so blessed. Um, that's not true. I'm not a salesman. You can't call me a salesman for an action that you made. If you were influenced, listen, let's be honest. If you were influenced, say because you like me or you watch my video, you just bought an ice maker or a refrigerator and you don't have a reason why you did it whatsoever. I didn't sell that to you. That was you doing something blindly. And I think that's where we are led astray sometimes, even out here in the world, because you do something. For instance, we'll watch a rock star, and if this rock star or this pop star is always smoking, you know what I'm saying? You think it's okay for you to smoke. You don't know what's in that paper. You don't have a clue. Everybody, for instance, I'm gonna say his name. The D-O-double-G. Okay, I'm not gonna say his whole name because I don't want him to come at me. I'm sorry. The D-O-double, okay? He's always smoking. And then everybody be like, I'm smoking like the D-O-double-G. You don't know what that is. We all think it's the chronic. You don't know. You don't know. Look, right here. Here's my water. Let me just show you, okay? And this is why we're all here today talking about editing videos. Right here, look at this. I got all this water. Refreshing, right? My question to you and everybody else is this water? Even though it's in a nice, safe EcoFlow bottle and it looks clear enough, is it water? We let our imaginations run wild with us. That's what the whole reason I'm doing this video is about, editing. You can edit yourself and make it look like you're flying. So I didn't sell you that refrigerator, so blessed. I didn't sell you that refrigerator. You bought that blindly on your own. And if you didn't have a reason for it whatsoever, you may have made a mistake. Okay, so I didn't sell you that. I'm not a salesman. I didn't receive anything for it. Let me see. Said Brother Led, sometimes people get starstruck. You're a celebrity now. No, I'm far from a celebrity. But you know, with that, I don't want to do I don't even know how to answer that. I don't even know how to answer that. Okay. I guess I'm gonna use it as a teaching moment. Let's just say you were following a celebrity. That doesn't mean you should be doing everything they do. You, for instance, you want to know who one of my favorite actors is? One of my favorite actors of all time. I've been following him since I was younger. Robert Downey Jr. Robert Downey Jr. That's when it's time to use your own discernment. As funny and witty and quick humored that Robert Downey is, you give him something and he can come back with it just like that. As quick as he is, as skillful and masterful as he is at his art, I do not want to have Robert Downey's life about 30 years ago. Robert Downey Jr. been through a lot. And even though I really liked him all the way back, I can go farther, but all the way back to the movie Weird Science, I've been following him. But that didn't make me go down his path. You know what I'm saying? If that's even I can't even put it into words really. But just because you see somebody on television or there's somebody that's famous, for instance, oh, perfect. This video is turning into something else, ain't it? I can look at the rappers, Sexy Red now. Just because they singing about that stuff don't mean that's what we do. We should be carrying on like that. You know, that's for you to use your own discernment. Like, is that what I want to do with this gentleman tonight? You know what I'm saying? When ladies is going out on a date, like, is that what I should do? Because Nicki Minaj said do that. Little Kim said do that. Sexy Red said do that. Sukihana said do that. I'm just saying. I don't know. Yeah, Robert Downey Jr. had a rough life in the beginning. And I was so glad when he came up out of that spiral, because I really liked it. The guy, I still like him. Iron Man in my book. That's how I look at him to this day. Okay, let me see. Thank you for that, JW. Thank you. That's hilarious. Thank you. Let me see. Okay, so let's just get right into it. And it's going to kind of be hard for me because I don't have my right stand that I usually use. It's out at Freedom Acres. Okay, let's see. Okay, all right. So this is how I'm going to start. Y'all going to see me. I'm going to set my phone up, and I'm going to be looking out for y'all to see if you got any input on how I should do this. And I'm still seeing if y'all wanted to come up and ask a question about this product, because this video clearly won't have nothing to do with the product review. From all the conversations that we've had. So far, I just recorded it when I first got the EcoFlow Glacier. The first thing I did, I wanted to see if that ice maker worked. And I recorded that. And I think it's like a 1 minute video. That was an edit mark, because it takes 12 minutes or 11 minutes to make ice. Oh, wow. There it is. Ice. Freaking incredible. That's a good question. That's a good question. Is it possible to shoot multiple points of view live? I've never tried it, so I don't know. That's beyond my pay grade. I'm sure you can if you had the right equipment, but at the same time, like, why would you want to do that? Now, are you talking about, because like Unbiased LLC, for instance, while she's crafting and sewing something, she has a camera facing down at what she's working on, and she's doing it, I think, through StreamYard, Unbiased, I believe. And while she is right there. While she's crafting, one camera is facing down at what she's crafting, and the other one might be pointing at her whole situation. So on StreamYard, I believe it is. I've done it a little bit once on StreamYard where I was showing a video while I was showing myself. Okay. Unbiased just answered your question. Yes, she uses StreamYard to get those multiple visuals while doing a live. And that's the only way I know how to do it. So I've never really done it like Unbiased, but that's the only thing I could come up with. Thank you for that, Unbiased. Thank you for answering that for me. Let me see. I got that one. Say not to put words in her mouth, but she meant you're an influencer. Um, that's true, and I that's the word that we're called as content creators. We're called influencers, but at the same time, that's not really when you call somebody an influencer, you almost give them responsibility over you. And that's why I don't use that word. I don't use that word at all when it comes to if somebody asks me, what do I do? And I will say I'm a content creator because I create content. Now, starting trends and stuff like that is to influence, if you will. That's up to the viewer's discretion and discernment, because those kids was, I can't say exactly what they were doing, nibbling on them little soap packets a couple years ago, and they kept doing that, and they kept having to put them underground, and they kept doing it. That's between the children and the parents. And it's also between the platforms. The platforms actually lets that go. The parents aren't paying attention to their kids, and then the kids out doing nonsense. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like that's a toughie. I think that's a cheap shot at passing the buck. That's when I hear the word influencer, that's what I always think of that as, and this on my own opinion. I think of that word as kind of like the cheap shot of passing the buck of responsibility onto other people. And I think that's the other reason why they say, well, if my son was not watching you do that, see that how that just happened? You influenced my son. Your son live on the whole other side of the planet. But you're saying I made your son do that from something that was edited. Again, I told everybody this was water, and when I chugged it, people didn't know what. They don't know what. You're only going off of what I'm saying. I know it's a sticky situation, a sticky subject, but I really don't like that because it passes the buck and the responsibility off to an unknown person somewhere around the other side of the world on people that should be doing better and knowing better. And I don't like to deal with that. Let me see. Let me see. Okay, you might be showing a product that a person didn't know existed, which I always do. I know that's how I came to buy a couple things, and that's what it is. I'm just showing something. For instance, I'm just showing something. This is, I guess you can use this word. I'm kind of making a commercial on a new product. The commercial got your attention. Didn't know this existed. When you go to the big box store, they sell the product. The company or the big box store actually sells the product. I'm just a reminder. I'm just the commercial that you happen to see while, waiting for the doctor to come out and look at you. So that you're right about that. You're right about that, Happy Matt. So it's a huge difference. But you do serve as a driver. Say sure, but you do serve as a driver once I, for example, consider the product reviewed. I still can't make you purchase anything that you don't want nor need. See, I can't make you do that. Now, if it's something that you've really been looking for, like my friend Happy Mac just said, I didn't know that existed. And every time I look at this video, he has it behind him or he's using this product, then yes. Oh, I need to look into that more. That's where it just switched off. It just switched off into you seeing me use it all the time to Leadfarmer really likes that thing. I want to know more about it. You just took that and you said, okay, let me look and see and look into it and do my research. That's where it separates, and it just doesn't flow that easily. It seems like it does, but it just doesn't. I see things all the time on other channels and product reviews, and I dig it. There are a lot of content creators that do a lot of product reviews, and I like some of the products. After I do the research on them, certain products, I'm like, I don't know about that. I didn't just go out and pull out my credit card and buy it just because this person that I like or trust has it. I still got to do my own research. You know, I'm doing myself a disservice. For instance, when people come into the live stream and they say, go watch this channel over here. I love this person. They are awesome. I watch every one of their videos. Y'all got to go see it. That's great. But if you get over to that channel and all they do is a lot of cursing and drinking and smoking and twerking, that may not be your thing. And you like, that's what the person I watch like to go see? That ain't for me. Now, are you still going to stick with that just because, say, I like it? That's not right of you, okay? Okay, Intellectual Barber, what's going on, brother? Says, what should I do if I have multiple things and or subjects I want to make videos on? I'm a professional barber. I kind of figured that because your beard crispy. Your beard crispy, bro. Truck driver, and I also teach people how to shoot. Okay, I can't put that up. But what do you think? You need 2 separate cameras. That's the first thing you're gonna need for however many visuals that you need to take. I cut that thing off. But however many visuals you need to take, you set up that many cameras. Like if you got somebody in the barber chair, you're gonna have a stand here with a camera like this, a stand here with a camera like this. You're gonna constantly be moving those cameras around because as a barber, you got to keep spinning this dude's chair and his feet gonna keep hitting the tripod. So multiple cameras, and you're gonna have to edit that all down and to make it look seamless into one whole cool looking video. Or you can split the screen and show both sides of what you're doing at the same time. Or if you do it live, like Unbiased LLC said, do it on StreamYard. So I think, yes, it's definitely possible, and it does make the video way cooler. Come on, babe. Okay. You ain't about to just lead, though. Come here. Get on. Come over here. You better come with some. Okay. All right. Sell me short. Okay. I ain't that busy to get no kiss. Never that busy. Okay. I'm sorry, y'all. Let me see. You're definitely an inspirational motivator and teacher. Thank you for that, Baptized. Thank you. You know, this is the part that, and I've heard that before, Baptized, and I appreciate it. But you know something? I never want people to get it twisted and think that I don't fumble the ball sometime, or I don't screw up and I'm just holier than thou and I'm just so all of this, because I'm not. I try to be a good man and I try to do the best I can. I'm trying to improve myself every day the best I can. And, you know, pretty much I kind of take people on a journey of where my life is going, and I hope it helps. So far, it seems to be helping more than just me, but I just don't ever want people to think that I'm something that I'm not, because I screw up sometime too, you know. Sometimes I leave my drawers on the floor, and my wife, what's this? Just needed to get in the bed, you know. Just thank you though, I appreciate it. Say Tampa's Creek Homestead says, so is StreamYard the only thing a new content creator can use, or would a beginner start with? There are several things out there, and as a matter of fact, I got several friends here in the garden community. Big Rooster uses this one particular live streaming app. I can't remember what it is. I wish he was in here because he could tell you exactly what it is. Make This Go Viral. Where is she at? Make This Go Viral LLC. Where is my sister at? I want to pull her up. Oh, I'm missing a lot of stuff. Oh, y'all, oh man, y'all saw that. I didn't see none of this. I'm looking for my sister. Okay, Make This Go Viral LLC. Make This Go Viral LLC. Do this. Okay. If you that question for different kinds of recording apps like StreamYard, please go over and check out Make This Go Viral LLC. She deals with a lot of how the analytics work, how YouTube work, what kind of cameras and what kind of apps you can use to make better videos. She does a lot of that. So please go over. I got her on the screen right here. Make This Go Viral LLC. She can help you with that because she pretty much that's what she does. Okay. So that question I'm stuttering. She can help you with that. Odom's Homestead, what's going on, my brother? What's going on? It's good to see you. Good to see you. Let me see. Unbiased LLC says Streamlab. It's called Streamlab, is what Big Rooster uses. Okay, thank you for that, Unbiased, because I knew Big Rooster uses something different, and I couldn't think of what it's called because I'm not that complicated. I like to stick with one thing and just let it ride. But yeah, go check out Big Rooster channel, and you can ask him exactly what he uses, and he can get you straight. Because I've seen him hip a lot of people in the community onto the app that he uses. Okay. Let me see. I'm trying to go faster than. Okay. The Educated Natural says, I use, is it called EvMux or EvMux and Talk Studio? So those are two more. I hope I'm not pronouncing them wrong. Those are two more apps that you can try out and see which one is better for you. I hear one of them. I don't know if it's EvMux, Studio Talk, or the one that Unbiased said Big Rooster uses, but one of them seems to have more features and is cheaper than StreamYard itself. Thank you for that, Educated Natural. Just spreading the information. Anytime, Make This Go Viral. Let me see. I see we probably ain't gonna get this video done. I wanted to give this a behind the scenes, but I also don't want to have y'all. We've been in here for, oh my God, I can't believe we've been in here this long. I want to say this, you guys, and I really want to show y'all behind the scenes. I might have to do it in another video because I didn't know we was going to have this many questions on the discussions that we're having right now. But it's a good thing. It's actually, this video is actually better than what I was going to do in the first place, because I see it's a lot of people with a lot of different questions about this subject matter that we all need to be talking about. I didn't know Did everybody yes, she is sunshine. She is sunshine said we've been here 2 shots long. It's 2 shots o'clock. Yes. So you can guava yourself twice. I had no idea. I had no idea. Okay. So I do want to do a little bit of this video because I'm going to do a little bit, but I'm not going to be able to do it all because y'all really we've been talking about other stuff. So and some of these questions I really am glad that I wasn't moving around so I could stop and answer. And I want to say this, you guys. I guess what you're showing me tonight, well, today, what you're showing me today is things that some content creators don't think about. I guess even for myself, is how much responsibility goes into being a content creator, because that word influencer, that that kind of hurt a little bit. That's a lot of responsibility. I can put it to you like this. This is why that word influencer, this is why I don't like using that word or consider myself as such. And I'm going to tell you why. Imagine this. If I'm an influencer, I talk about electronics and technology, which I've been told that it makes people buy stuff, okay? But at the same time, I'm also saying we need to buy land, separate ourselves from the cities, come out of these cities, save your money. Nobody wants to hear that though. I'm not influencing people as much as if you want to call me an influencer, I'm trying to influence people to do the right things, right? That doesn't go very well. But at the same time, if I just made you spend some money, if I'm being accused of making you spend money, then it's my fault. My point of saying all of this is this. You can't pick and choose the responsibilities that you want to put off on people of your own actions. And that's where I think the word influencer gets thrown so loosely and in the mix, because a person can say, well, Sexy Red got me in here twerking. But if Sexy Red start going to college and you don't go to college like she does, like, where did you drop the ball at? Like, which one are you going to blame her for? Which one are you going to give her credit for is what I'm saying. She got me twerking, but when she cleaned up her act and then went straight, started wearing some clothes and went to college and got a degree, you didn't do that part. Because it's easy to twerk, it's easy to spend money, but it's hard to go down that narrow path. It's hard to do the right thing. And that's where I say content creators / influencers don't get the credit. They'll get the credit only when they're doing something wrong. Only when somebody catch them tripping up or screwing up, that's when they get all the credit for that. But when it comes to just trying to be a good human being or doing the right thing, you rarely get that moment of you rarely get that pat on the back. You understand what I'm saying? I know I'm horrible with my words right now because I'm trying to put this in wording that's universal. Okay. Let me see. And that's something else too. Yes. Let me see. So Uncle Led, my wife says same thing. She's just like a content creator because you're only creating content for people to watch. Right. You're creating content for people to watch. And for the most part, it's how many content creators in here? Because maybe I just don't. You're right about that. Raise your hand, content creator, stand up. Because I know what I'm trying to say, but it just ain't coming out right. That's okay, Salon Diva. How you doing? Let me see. Okay, all my content creators, does everybody understand where I'm coming from? Because I know I'm horrible trying to put this together verbally. It's as a content creator, you have to understand, and the only people that really truly understands it is the people that pump out these videos every day and put out this content every day for the masses. We, as content creators, like I said, you're also kind of like an entertainer. You know what? And the reason I say that is everybody can't wait to see you fall flat on your face. They're waiting for you to trip and fall, slip and bump your head, knock over the camera. They're waiting for that. And as a content creator, we're always trying to be careful what we do. Hell, where we show our video at right now, I'm right here in my house, and it's certain parts of my house I have never shown on YouTube ever for certain reasons. And that's hard work. And when people give us the credit for screwing up. They give us the credit when we screw up, when we lose our temper. We get the credit for being messy. We get the credit for being messy, losing our temper, going a little too far on somebody should go to the cornfield. Everybody remembers that stuff, but nobody remembers or gives you credit for the things they've learned from you or your channel, or the things that helped them and they didn't even realize they were doing something that you helped. You don't hear from those people when something actually truly helps them in their lives or their families, something that you actually were able to plant a good seed. But what you hear mostly in the wind is the whispers of discord. You'll hear that, and it's rough on a content creator. Now, as an influencer, I don't like that word. I just don't. You can call us presenters, actually. Even I would take presenters over influencers any day because I'm presenting things. I think the only real true influencer, well, it's actually two. That's the Almighty Father God and the devil. That's what's on your spirit. That's what's on your heart to do things that you do. What you hear in the street, listen, I know a whole bunch of people that do a lot of illegal activities. That don't mean I pray on that. Like, I really do want to hang out with that person, but I don't see that ending well. God put that on my heart to sit still and stay where I am. The devil would have said, man, go hang out with him. You have a good time. Hey, you deserve it. You worked hard, play hard. Go ahead, have a couple of beers. And then you end up in trouble. I cannot blame those people that's having that party on what I chose to do. And that's influence. It just is what it is. Because really, if you think about it, if you calling content creators influencers, this party full of naked people jumping around and drinking and drunk, that's the actual influence. The loud music, naked bodies, gyrating, twerking, pool party, liquor. That could be actually the influence, but it's not. That's not it. It's your discernment whether I should listen to him or listen to him. That's kind of why I don't, that word just give me the willies, man. You know, it's up to us to make a choice every day you get out of the bed on what you're going to do or what you're not going to do. You have to do your research. And what I always say, somebody will literally purchase an item, they'll purchase an item that I showed on a video and say, Led, I bought it. How does it work? Why did you buy it? Oh, because you had it. No. You got it. Did you need it? Did you want it? Did you need it? And if you want to know how it works, every product comes with a manual. That's why I used to make jokes about read the book. You can't blame someone. There was one young lady that bought a refrigerator. And she said, what am I going to do about it? From one company. What am I going to do about it? I'm not going to do anything. I don't work for them. And she said, well, you showed it on your video because I like the product. And my product is to this very day still working great. And it's in my truck, refrigerating food. She got a bad product and she blamed me for it and asked me what I was going to do about it. That's you didn't come to me and bought it from me and I handed it to you. You saw me using it. That don't make no sense to me. It's just not cool. It's so much stuff that I could actually tell you guys about how this all works, that there are content creators here tonight, right now, that do product reviews. They are paid for some of the products, and some of the products they are just receiving the product itself. They know how this went. Some people are held contractually, and some people are not. Those content creators know how this works. And so now what you just said, a little sister said, I think some people idolize influence as someone to literally follow. Oddly, they also desire to knock them down at any sign of their humanity. Oh my God, that's what I was trying to say. I just couldn't get the words right. Thank you, my sister. Now, with that being said, I also want to put this in this perspective. After saying that, you shouldn't idolize man. You that's a false idol. That's a false god. You know? Not cool. Not cool at all. So yes, what you just said, you said exactly everything I wanted to say. Thank you, my sister, for that. Do not idolize men, you know? And some people, it's easy to cross that line. Like, you know, I love Denzel Washington. I think Denzel Washington's style, his freaking, I know why I like Denzel so much. Denzel Washington reminds me of my father. Smooth, but he ain't playing. You know, I'm just talking about his character because I don't know the real Denzel Washington. I know what characters Denzel usually plays, which is smooth, cool, hardcore, no joke, not somebody to play with, not somebody to cross. That was my father. And I think I kind of like Denzel for that point. But at a certain crossroad, you will find yourself kind of idolizing that person. And after a while, you're like, whoa, wait a minute. I'm messing up. You know, what I'm doing right now is wrong. So take that down a notch or two, right? Because you can't put him above anything else. I like his acting, I like his skills. I've liked him in his interviews and everything else, but at the same time, watch it. Because you can easily turn somebody into a false god or a false idol, and that's not, not cool. All right. It's I wish I was seeing this better. Let me take this down a notch. Some people follow you as a content creator only to watch you fall on your face. Every day they watch you, they're waiting for you to pass out, fall out, trip. Some people just get off on that stuff. It's sad, and they won't support. It'll be, I've watched a bunch of people on social media, the content creators, and they all will have 300 people or more watching. You will see the count, right? Like you got 300 people watching, but they might have 4 thumbs ups, and it's 6 people in the comment section. And it just makes you think like, these are the same people that can't wait for you to fall on your face, trip over your shoelaces. They won't support you. Those are the people in the bleachers waiting for you to drop the ball, waiting for you to fumble. It's some people that go to football games, they really don't care. Oh, perfect. People do not go and watch NASCAR for the race. You go watch NASCAR racing around that big circle. They're waiting for the crash. They're waiting for the crash. They don't care, and they will not remember this whole race, no matter whether their favorite race car driver wins it or not. They do not care. They did not pay $200 and cheap beer to watch these rich people race around this track in this $40 million car. They could care less. They're there to watch the crash. That's what they remember. That's what they remember. I don't even watch NASCAR, but I remember Dale Earnhardt Jr. crashing to his doom. See that? Because that was all over the media, all over the news. It was reported everywhere. So much that I don't know nothing about NASCAR, but I know he died in a fiery crash. That's what the media and that's what the world waits for. They wait for that car accident and the head to roll. That's what they want to see. They don't care about the actual process of the event. Say this is why you keep your dreams to yourself and don't trust random people to pray for you. True. Ill will in the house. Say true NASCAR fan here. See, I can't get into it. I can't get jiggy with it. But you understand. I'm just using it as an example, a point. What's up, KY? What's going on, brother? What's going on? It's good to see you, man. Let's see. All right, I guess we're gonna just let this one go, and I'm going to do a behind the scenes, and I'm just not going to be able to talk to the StreamYard. Moonstar says, when you say it like that, Led, it's sad. It is, because it's the truth. That's why a lot of content creators do not want to have anything to do with this. And I do my best to tell people, just try it, give it a shot. And I ain't gonna lie to you. Part of the reason I be wanting people to become content creators, it's a hint of sinister in there, and I'm not gonna lie about it. I'm gonna be honest. The reason why I even started the whole everybody do a channel a few years back, what was it, 4 years ago, whatever it was, because I wanted people to see what it felt like to be criticized, scrutinized, trolled, bullied. It's a horrible feeling. And no matter how hardcore you are, no matter how many subscribers you got, no matter how many people supporting you, you're still human at the end of the day. And that stuff gets to you. And I wanted everybody, because everybody thought this was so easy. It's not always easy. Matter of fact, it's not easy at all. It's work. You come in here and you grab a camera and you got to put in some work, whether you go live or not. You want to know what? Some people say, I like doing lives because it's easier. That is not true. It's not easier to go live. Want to know why? Because people just don't like editing. That's why they don't want to record a video. But at the same time, live, your kid might run in here on fire. You might have a booger in your nose. You might have to stop and go pee. You might have gas and you want to crank out a couple of loud ones. Going live is, you don't know what's going to happen in your background. Roach might crawl up the curtain. You don't know. Mice might be crawling up the blinds. You don't know. Going live is always kind of like that fear of, if you got, oh, here's one. Here's one. Everybody's had this problem. You'll be doing a live stream and gnats will just come all in the camera like Diddy. Like what? Gnats, flies, and when I'm doing a beekeeping video, the bees just want to land on the camera and make that horrible noise. And it amplifies when it hits the camera microphone, like ma, bleh. And the camera or the fly lands on the lens and starts scraping his back legs with doo-doo or whatever he just got done doing. People don't want to, you like, oh, I'm so sorry. That's the time where your rooster starts crowing for no damn reason. He ain't said nothing all day. Soon as you go live, your rooster start crowing, or your dog walk right behind you and take the hugest dump and just walk away. Or your cat might come and do some strange stuff. Going live, you're in the hands and the mercy of the universe. So with a video, you can edit that however you want to. When you live, you pray to God. I hope I don't accidentally show my neighbor that always comes out the house half naked. Stuff like, oh, I'm live, but what do y'all always hear every time I go outside? You don't hear nothing right now. But when I go outside, it's like 30 degrees out there. But I guarantee somebody gonna start blowing some leaves, cutting some grass, raking, you name it, drilling, chopping wood chips, something. Every time for years, soon as I step outside, it's almost like this neighborhood said, Roger, and it's a go. He's coming out. The eagle has left the nest. Start it up, boys. And everybody in this whole neighborhood start whatever electrical equipment they can do. He just crank up his Harley for no reason. Brrrn, brrrn. Going live ain't always as easy as editing a video. It's just not to me. It's work. It is work. Look, I wanted to kiss my wife goodbye, and she like, the camera is on. I'm like, hell no. I don't even know if the camera picked that up. I tried to do it off camera, but this GoPro wide lens, let me see. Yeah, I probably didn't get no sugar on camera. Karen's Little Garden says, Led, you made that point so clear. This video stuff is cruel. And Karen, this is what I want you to also know, because I don't want you to think it's just cruel. It can be cruel. It has a cruel side to it. But what keeps you going is the people that show you love. Oh, ain't no words for that. The people that can be cruel to you and set you up for failure, that's rough. But the people that support you, love you, and them people that pick you up, I'm not going to say it's as equal as the cruelty. It's even more powerful than the cruelty. The love that's shown by your subscribers, viewers, and supporters is greater than the cruelty. It put it like this. It's not so much that it's greater than the cruelty, because there's a lot of cruel people out there. It's just more, the love just from a few good people is more powerful than the cruelty of hundreds, if not thousands of people. That's what I'll say. The love and support that you get from this community, even if it's just 20 people loving you and supporting you, is way more powerful than the hundreds, if not thousands of people that can't stand your guts and wait for you to fall. That's what keeps you going. That's why it's hard for people to keep going if they don't have the support, that positive support. Because as a content creator, I don't know what just happened here. My camera just went off. Hold on. Because I don't know what that's about. Let's see if that come back on. Hold on a second, y'all. I ain't never dealt with this before. Remove. Oh, my camera is tripping. So, okay, hold on. I got to switch cameras because I don't know what that's about. GoPro is tripping. So I'm going to switch my cameras over real quick. Hold on. That's that GoPro I was telling y'all about. Trash. Wait a second. It should be working now. Or it's just giving up the ghost on the camera altogether. Hold on. Let me see here. All right, hold on. I got one more solution. One more solution here we're going to try, which is going to be, man, I told y'all about them GoPros, man. Horrible little creatures. We're going to try this one last thing. Yeah, it's not letting me do anything. Let me refresh. Let me refresh my page. Let me try that. And we'll finish it off from this guy. FaceTime. And let's try this. There we go. I don't know what that's about. So I'm glad I got my point across. That camera look awful. I'm glad I got my point across before we hit the old willy-nilly. Let me see if that works. There we back. Okay. There we go. Yep, it's working. Sorry about that, y'all. Sorry about that. But I just wanted to give my take on this stuff. And a lot of people have a lot of questions about this content creation and product reviews, because it all goes hand in hand, really. And it can be rough. It can be rough. It can be even rougher if you don't have the support. If you do not have the support, it can be a kick in the grapes, is what it could be. Okay. Any questions whatsoever before I slide out of here? Because what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna do a behind the scenes product review. I'm just gonna do it and leave the camera up so y'all can have y'all way with it, laugh at it, whatever you're gonna do. I didn't know this video was gonna go down this way, but I'm kind of glad it did. Thank you for that, Delina. So thanks, Led. Thanks for all you do, all that you've done, and all that you continue to do. Thank you for that. Thank you. Thank you so much. Let's see. Now, I guess since this video is not going to be, I guess people can ask me any question now. It ain't got to be about this refrigerator because this video is not that. Let me see. My wife has some skills but doesn't want to be on camera. Have you ever did faceless videos? Okay, I have. This is only my opinionated answer to that. So it's nothing about it is factual, and I have no research proving the fact. I'm going to, there, J3GS Farms. What's up, brother? I'm just going to base this on my experiences from my own personal thing. I feel if you do not want to show your face, that leaves people to just go to a podcast. Like, why are they watching the screen on YouTube, listening to you talk, and there's nothing to see? If I want to listen to a podcast, I'm not going to waste the battery on my iPad, iPhone, or laptop to see a blank screen. I would rather listen to you while I'm washing my car or washing the dishes or cleaning the house or repairing something. I can listen to a podcast. Now, that's one. Now, here's the other thing. Again, this is my opinion. This is not factual, nor is there any research done on anything I'm saying whatsoever. Me, personally, I love to see people. And I'm going to tell you why I would prefer to see people's faces. I would prefer to see people's faces because that's the part of humanity that we're losing. If you just listen to somebody without watching their actions, it's just like typing. It can be misconstrued. For instance, if I say this, if my wife came in and watch this, I want to just do this with you. Watch this. Now, did you just hear what I just did? You couldn't see my face, my actions, or anything. You heard my wife come in the house, and I said, what did you do? I can't stand you. People will take that. If you can't see my face or my actions and run and say, oh, Leadfarmer just got on his wife, dogged his wife in front of all these people, because you didn't see nothing that happened. If you were washing your car or washing your dishes and not looking at the screen and heard me say that, that will make you stop doing whatever you're doing and go look at the screen like, what the hell is he? Why is he dogging his wife like that? Well, if the screen was rolling and my wife walked in here with one of my favorite foods and like, look where I've been to Starbucks. If she doing like this in the camera, she ain't talking. She just shaking a Starbucks. And I'm like, ooh, what you can do? Oh, I can't stand you. See what my facial expressions just did? My facial expression just look, I'm smiling and I'm like, ooh, with a hint of jealousy, a hint of envy. And you see, I'm not being malice. But without me showing my facial features and my facial expressions and my hand gestures, you think I'm just dogging my wife. And I think here on YouTube, every time you dip behind the screen like that, that's what people, they want to see you. If they want to hear you, they'll listen to a podcast. And then you got to ask yourself, during a podcast, I'm listening to a voice like Howard Stern, right? Anybody can do what Howard Stern does. Anybody. Sit there, talk, say crazy stuff, ask crazy questions. But it wasn't until Howard Stern had the TV show where he really blew up. Howard Stern, once he started actually showing his guests, Howard Stern was big in the radio days, but he blew up out of control. To me, one of the first real true podcasters. He blew up and skyrocketed once you could actually see who Beetlejuice was. Once you could see the drunken little dude, I can't say his name on here, the drunken little dude and Beetlejuice and some of those strippers he would have. Once you saw that, it made way more sense than made you be like, I need to see what's going to happen next. But to hear Howard Stern while you driving cross country, it's just white noise. You just something that's keeping you woke while you drive. But to see it, to see a Howard Stern's recording while in the studio. For instance, I love the Breakfast Club. I love to listen to the Breakfast Club in the morning when I used to go to work, right? But watching Charlemagne and DJ Envy and what's my girl name? Watching them all, Angela Yee. Sorry, Angela Yee. To watch Angela Yee, DJ Envy, and Charlemagne the God, watching them and their facial expressions. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. Okay. Don't say the word, but if you just listen to Charlemagne the God and listen to DJ Envy, some of their conversations that they have with each other when they going back and forth, if you don't see them visually that they're just playing around, they sound I'm trying to say this without getting got. They sound like they're in love with one another. That's the best way I can put it without offending anybody, okay? If you listen to Charlemagne the God and DJ Envy, if you just listen to them, they sound like a little boy and a little girl that like each other, that keep punching each other just because they like them kind of thing. You dig what I'm saying? But if you watch their show here on YouTube, if you watch their actual videos, and you will see what they're actually holding or see what their hand gestures is, it changes everything. Okay? So I, myself, personally, I think it's to show yourself visually has way more of an impact when you're trying to speak, because I can show you my hands do this. I can show you if I'm angry. I can show you if I'm happy. Sometimes a joke don't hit right unless, if you told one of Eddie Murphy's jokes, it don't hit right unless you're watching it. If you told a Dave Chappelle joke would probably fall flat if you wasn't watching his facial expressions. So I feel, show yourself whenever you can. I know some people scared of the camera, but this is part of the business. You know, it's some actors out there, they don't want to do the love scene. It's kind of the nature of the beast. Hey, the New Orleans gardener. How you doing, my sister? I'm sorry for going on and on with that. I just I went too far. I went too long winded with that whole explanation, but I didn't want nobody to get the wrong idea of what I was trying to say. Okay. That is amazing. There we go. That's amazing. Oh, that's why I ain't seen nothing. Sweet Caramel Smile says, I show my hands and my feet. What kind of videos you doing? I mean, I know it's an audience for that. Just I ain't gonna. I'm gonna leave that alone. Okay. I don't know where we going with that one. Let me see. Any other questions? Hey, Living Out Loud podcast after dark. It's a long name. New Orleans Gardener in the house. Oh, okay. Whoa, Sweet Caramel Smile. Listen, your name is Sweet Caramel Smile, and you said I only show my hands and my feet and my head. Did you see what I just see? If you're just telling me that, that's why I had to ask. My point, boom. My point is right there. With you just saying, I only like to show my hands and my feet. This is the face that I seen you. I saw you. I made up a whole person in my head. And read your answer like this. I only show my hands and my feet. I made up a whole story in my head. To leave this to people's imagination, I don't like doing that. But when you had to come back and actually explain, that's because my videos is about cooking. Oh, yes, because you working and you flipping the chicken in the flour and you're baking the cakes, and it makes sense. Nobody want to see you looking at your face while you're doing this, right? That's exactly what I was talking about. Thank you for that Sweet Caramel Smile. You know what, Sweet Caramel Smile? I'm about to go subscribe to you right now. Where you at? Your sweet, caramely smiling self. I just subscribed to you. Cause man, that just made my day. Not that I'm going to be looking at no hands and feet, but you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. I'm subscribed to you, Sweet Caramel Smile. You see this? You see how shiny my cheek is? I use some soap, and it like to rip the flesh off my face. I don't know what that soap was. See how red my face is? Woo! They must have put too much lye in that soap. Okay. All right. Thank you, Sweet Caramel Smile. And if you see me in your chat, I'm not there looking at your hands and feet like, some dude in the alley in Las Vegas somewhere. There he is, Rosie, like Santa Claus or something. Just, they burnt. They is burnt. Okay. You're welcome. You're welcome, Sweet Caramel Smile. Everybody, while we taking a chance in here, taking a moment in here, and ain't no more questions, please do me a favor and go around and look at all these good. Zach Price, fat guy with guns. Where's my brother at? I just seen him in the other video, all in people videos, dancing. You don't like that? Come to death row. Zach Price, fat guy with guns in the house. What's up, brother? All in people videos. What's up, bro? It's good to see you in here. Happy New Year's to you. Happy New Year's to everybody. Let's see. What was that? Too many kisses? I wish that was. I wish it was too many kisses. My face feel like I've been sitting on the dock of the bay. Let me see. With no hat on. Let's see. Okay, inspirational forest trees. You didn't answer my question. What was your question? Inspirational forest trees. Forest trees. I get it. What was your question? I'm looking for you. Okay, okay. Okay. I got your question. What are some nice areas to buy in South Carolina to buy a home? I cannot answer that for you. I can't answer that for you because where I think is nice in South Carolina, you may hate it. I don't give people that advice. For instance, I don't know if you really want to be close to a hospital, close to the city, close to entertainment, close to stores and shopping. I prefer not to be close to any of it. Close to people, I don't prefer to be close to any of it. And if I pointed out a certain area, you might utterly hate it, or the opposite of that. So I really can't steer you in a place. Or I might like to live in the projects. I might love the projects. If I told you this is what you want to do, perfect area. You want to go down North Main Street, make a left at the the Obama gas station. You got it? Snotting. You want to go down North Main Street. You want to smack a left, a hard left at the Obama gas station. Don't pay them hookers no mind. Just keep going, okay? You're going to make another left. And then as soon as you get to that stop sign, make another left and then make a right. Them projects right there. Yeah. That's why I don't give that kind of advice, because what I like, you may not like. You know, you will mess around and somebody will tell you that, and you will end up in a ball of mess because you took somebody's advice on something that they like. My only advice to you for that would be this. On your off time, downtime, if you got time to take a little trip to South Carolina, come to South Carolina and enjoy the area and look around, because that's how it really should be done. You can only take what people say with a grain of salt, because you don't know what they like. I'm just saying. So I hope that helped a little bit, but I can't judge for you. I promise you, don't go off of that, because people are saying, for instance, you will ask somebody, where's a good place in South Carolina? And you will get here and you see a bunch of flags waving on giant poles that you don't agree with. And they be like, oh, it's lovely down here. Oh, you should come on down. You got to see this area. Oh, the hills and the mountains. You got to come down. But everywhere you go in that park, they got them flags that you don't desire waving in the wind. And you like, I don't think they want me over here, So I wish I could help you better than that. Hey, Journey Home, how you doing? And that goes for Big Rooster in the house. Big Rooster for everybody was asking about that app. For everybody that was asking about that app and different apps, I gave you a few different people to go talk to. Unbiased LLC, The Educated Natural, Make This Go Viral TV, and Big Rooster is here right now. If y'all could go over to the Big Rooster Show's channel and check him out, because he can steer you down that path as well of different kinds of platforms to use for beginners or intermediates, or if you just want to switch up and leave StreamYard altogether. Big Rooster uses that other one that I really can't speak on because I've never used it. Hell, I'm new to StreamYard, frankly. So let me see. Okay, Resilient Dad. Perfect example. He said it's just like California. It sounds good to everyone until you live in it. Big Rooster can tell you. See, excellent example. Excellent example. when I tell people I'm from Toledo, Ohio, right? When you hear about Toledo, Ohio, you think of that's where farmers is at. Fields of corn and wheat and rye and soybeans. Man, if you don't know about Cincinnati, Cleveland, Toledo, Dayton, Springfield, Sylvania, I could go on and on and on. White House, Whitehall, I could go on. But the whole rest of the country thinks Toledo, Ohio, that's just where farmers live. Put it like this. I could not wear this color in my hometown. I could not be walking around in all red with red Crocs on. I would be a news report. Corn, you know what, where I'm from, the corn and the wheat and the rye, that's where they find people during the harvest. They've been in there all summer. They don't find them in them cornfields until it's time to harvest, and that truck finally be like, oh, ho, ho. Got some bones out here. So Detroit, first thing they think of in Detroit, Eminem, Motown. Oh my God. Toledo and Detroit is at the same place. You are so right, Brazilian Dad. You are so right. Oh, New Orleans Gardener. You hear about New Orleans or Louisiana, the first thing you think is Mardi Gras. Fun times. But we all be forgetting that's where a lot of them folks, Master P, Lil Boosie, they telling you something completely different than Mardi Gras. Okay? The Hot Boys, Lil Wayne, they telling you something completely different than what the Mardi Gras throwing beads at people. So Texas, you thinking big steaks? Oh, that's African dreaming. And Unbiased LLC down there too. Everybody thinking big old juicy steaks and barbecue. Yeah. Okay, keep thinking that. Say red is your favorite color. You're good in my hood. Oh, I'm good over there. Okay. Because I can't go down Door Street in Toledo with this on. Still to this day. Last time I visited my hometown, my cousin like, what you doing? I'm coming from here and like, man, is that stuff still like that? He said, bruh, done, take that off. I ain't taking my clothes off, man. I'm old. I'm gray now. I ain't taking off my clothes. You gonna take them off here or they gonna take them off in the morgue. It's up to you. But roll the windows up so they can't see me through the tent. Let me see. Living Out Loud podcast say, I think about the big, beautiful, old abandoned houses, neighborhoods when I think of Detroit. I would love to own some of those properties, but I probably won't. Living Out Loud, when is the last time you've been to Detroit? They still have all those big, gigantic 4-story with a basement, beautiful homes, and they're surrounded by hundreds of more of them, and ain't nobody living in them. Woo! That's woo-wee. Ooh. I was in Detroit the last time I was in Toledo, and woo-wee, it ain't nothing changed. Oh, you went on YouTube. Stop looking at that. They doing what I'm showing you right now. Like right here, all you see is beautiful products, but behind you is 2 honey bee spinners to spin out my honey, my Mr. Buddy heater, a bucket full of soil because I'm planting some seeds, boxes that I need to open and mail I need to mail off. It's all smoke and mirrors. Don't go off that. Don't believe the hype. Oh, Trina's Journey said inspirational forest trees. California home prices are worse. So yeah, you gotta watch what you do. Well, hey, thanks, Big Rooster, man. Thanks for coming in because I was just telling people to come over and holler at you. Because I ain't know what that I know you don't use StreamYard. I knew it was something else, and you were saying it one time. Big Rooster even got the Jay the Motivator to switch over. I hope I ain't giving credit where credit ain't due, but you know what I'm saying. Big Rooster got Jay the Motivator to try the new platform, and he seems to like it too. Jay the Motivator uses that as well. This is my first video of the year. I'm sorry, y'all. I apologize. But a lot of stuff was answered today, right? We've been on here for, oh my goodness. Let me get off of here. Been on here 2 hours. I'm gonna just try this again later. But everybody, please join me for the next one where we go ahead and do, I guess, we're gonna try to do a live product review. All right. We'll try. All right. Thank you, everybody, for coming in here. If there's no more questions down to the count of 10, then I'm going to just let it go. Just thank you, everybody. And if you got anything from this video at all, one thing that I can point out the most, it's not easy being a content creator. Before folks go to pointing fingers or saying how good or how not good a person is at this, it's not easy. And here's another one you got to give people credit for too as content creators. Maybe they ain't found their chops yet. You know, coming on YouTube and staring at this camera like I'm doing right now, that's actually hard because I always want to kind of look off because it's freaking me out. But that's a hard thing to do. Stare at nobody, stare at nothing, and hope I'm looking at you like you're a person. It's weird. And that's hard work to do. And then imagine this. Not only am I staring at this little cube, look, imagine this. This is what it looks like. You're staring at that. This is what you're looking into for 2 hours. And I'm supposed to act like that's people looking at me. That's weird. And then on top of that, you have to make a point. You have to make some sense. You have to have some kind of content that people can use or what have you. That's a lot of pressure for content creators. And a lot of content creators, they back off because they like, that's crazy. I'm not going to stare at this thing all day. You know, even though those people have a lot to say and they got good knowledge. It's not as easy as people make it to be. And if they haven't found their chops yet, their footing yet, they can kind of look a little nervous or, you know, not get their words right or the vocabulary perfect like everybody wanted to be. And that's off-putting. And people get rid of them just because they ain't hitting on all cylinders yet. But that person that's just now starting out their YouTube channel in the last day to 1 year, they really still ain't got their footing good yet. You ain't got your footing good. You ain't got that flow that you comfortable in your zone yet. You know, once you comfortable in your zone, you see a whole nother side of somebody. You can go back and look at my videos 8 years ago and ask me, was I comfortable? I did not used to be in front of the camera when I first started YouTube. I was never in front of the camera. You always saw, like my friend, I forget her name, Carmel Smiles. You saw my hands and you saw my feet. You saw my hands planting stuff in the garden. You saw my feet walking. You saw the object that I'm focusing on, a fruit tree or the plants. You didn't see me. I never forget the first time I stood in front of the camera intentionally was I was planting my persimmon tree or talking about my persimmon tree, bonita. That was the first time I ever came in front of the camera. And people was like, oh, you the dude? Yeah, it's weird, but that's just how it is. All right. So just ain't nothing wrong with sitting behind the camera, but every now and then show people who they talking to so they can get a little bit more interpretation of the meaning of your message. Words just ain't enough. That's why God, look, think about how special that is, how God made our face to smile, frown, eyebrows go up, eyebrows go down, ears come up, hair stand up. Imagine those little bitty details that we use every day to express something that words can't even express. Words can't express. It would take more energy for me to say, "What are you doing?" than to do this. That facial expression, like, "What are you doing?" Or "What is that?" "Who are you?" All of that was said with just one eyebrow raise. God made us, he could smile. Look at this. If I'm smiling, right? And at the same time I'm smiling, I start crying. Imagine that just told you something. I'm so moved with positive energy. You got me crying and smiling at the same time. That's a powerful message of two actions that took no words. If I'm just crying and I'm frowning, I'm so sad, I can't even speak it. I can't even talk. All that from these little few things on us versus words. Words can be misconstrued. For instance, if you married, gentlemen, if you married and a woman walked by and you do this, if she walked by and you do this, and she hit you, what? I saw what you said. I didn't say nothing. You said everything. Soon as she walked by, wiggling, and you did it. you played yourself. So let me stop. Everybody, y'all have a thank you, Unbiased. Say, don't forget to post the links for the cameras that I've mentioned. Again, I'll put up the DJI because this little guy is actually one of my favorites. And this can sit on a stand as well. This can sit on a stand just like the rest of them. This one even has 360 and it'll follow you around. You cut it on. I ain't had it on in so long. Oh, this little guy will follow you wherever you go. If you set it to follow, it'll just follow you around seamlessly. Got a little screen on the back so you can pay attention. This is a cheap addition that I added so you can zoom in, zoom out, pan up, pan down, sideways. That doesn't come with it, but I think that cost me like $20 a couple years back, but it's worth it. Don't get that before you even get this. I like the DJI and the GoPro it's not my favorite. Okay. Thank you for that, Unbiased. I will make sure I put the links in to everything. DJ Osmo is my my go-to. Love that camera. Man, you are so right. Say I haven't dropped nothing in years. That's the other thing about the GoPro. It will erase everything you just did. Or, and I've had this happen a million times. This is why I stopped using them. I will be doing a electric bike video and it will just stop recording. for no reason, like it did today. It just stopped. It don't even give you no reason. Just stop doing stuff. How you doing, K-Cell? So, no, they weren't. David. They weren't impulse buys. I had an intention, and I did a lot of research on them. The only problem was nobody was talking about them overheating. Nobody was talking about them dropping recordings or dropping data. Nobody was talking about that. Everybody was talking about how cool they are and how cool they look underwater and while they skiing and skydiving. But nobody started really truly breaking it down until it seemed like I got one. And then I was like, what is this? But I didn't blame the people. I blame me for not doing extensive research. And now I just kind of got them. Matter of fact, I'll sell these suckers in a heartbeat. Let me see. All right, y'all. Let me get out of here. Everybody have a wonderful day. And please be kind. Be kind to the content creators out there. And here's the other thing. Is that mine?
Yes.
Dude, I'm live.
I'm sorry.
What did I just tell y'all today? Come put that down. That's mine. Put it down.
All right, that's yours. I gotta get the other one.
And you might have to wipe yourself. I rest my case. Didn't I tell y'all? Going live? He come in and pass gas. I hope the camera, I know it picked it up. This dude just come in and crank that soldier boy out his butt. That's what I told you. Lives ain't always easy. How can I predict that? Just sit here.
Myself again.
I'm sorry. What did I just tell you all about the dog doodling behind you and the roaches crawling up the curtains? I left out your kids. Didn't I say your kid coming there on fire? I forgot about your kids coming in there, passing gas like Sunoco. Good. I rest my case. Everybody, on that smelly note, thank you. Thank you for coming through. Let me get out of here. Leadfarmer 73. I love y'all, and I'm out. And I need some spray. You need to go and put that in put some soap on that. That wasn't normal. That's not normal. Put some soap on that thing right there, boy. You know what? We got a rule in this house. Okay. 3 wipes, you out. It's like baseball. 3 wipes and you're out. That means if you don't have to wipe your butt 3 times a day, get your butt in the shower. 3 wipes, you're out of here. Get in the shower. That's the rulings in my household. 3 wipes and you're out. I think it's time for him to get in the dugout. Go get in the shower after that. Jeez. It's too cold to open the window, so I got to sit here and smell his whole hole. Leadfarmer 73. I love y'all. I apologize. And I'm out. Good.